Hello YouTube, this is TechReviewsbyGreg, and today I'm going to be reviewing a phone accessory called the Game Gripper. The Game Gripper basically is a controller cover that slides over the physical keyboard of your phone to make it much easier to actually navigate the keyboard. The Game Gripper itself is a flexible rubber with plastic hard inlaid buttons to resemble pretty much the older style video game controllers. The concept is pretty simple. It blocks out all the unused buttons with this rubber here, and the buttons that you actually use will be right underneath these hard inlaid buttons, so that if you press this button, it's going to be the button that you actually want, and you're not going to be accidentally slipping over and hitting the button next to it, as opposed to if you weren't using this. So let's slide this on the phone and show you how it actually works before we actually show it to you in action. So you just pretty much snap that on. It fits pretty snug. It's not completely flush, as you can tell on the edges here. That also will vary depending on which phone you have. I have the Droid 2. They do make it in different models for different phones. But anyways, let's actually show you this in action here. Okay, so the first game I'm going to show you is Mortal Kombat for the Sega Genesis. But first I'm going to show you how to pretty much set up these buttons. So you'll basically go to whatever input settings, whichever emulator you're using, and you can actually just set them. So if I wanted to use up, I just press the hardware button. I just press that, which would be the letter E, and then same for this. You just hit the same thing, and you pretty much assign whatever buttons just by pressing them, and whatever button is underneath it, that's the button you'll be using. So now that you pretty much know how to do that, let's actually show you how it works. Bear with me, this is going to be kind of hard because I'm playing through the camera, so it might be kind of difficult to actually do, but it's definitely a lot easier than using the physical keyboard, especially with games where you have to switch over buttons fairly quickly. So it's definitely a lot easier than if I were to try it without the Game Gripper, where I'm not exactly sure where the buttons are, and you can tell that I can actually hit the wrong button, and it makes it definitely a lot more difficult. So as you can see, the Game Gripper is definitely a good accessory to have if you're playing games on your smartphone a lot, which I tend to do when I'm bored or in between classes at college. So it's a pretty nice thing to have. I think they have it for around $10 to $15 on Amazon. They also have it on their website. If you want to go check that out, I'll put it in the description. But definitely worth looking into, and definitely a good investment. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.